Welcome back for Friday's workout. Hoping that you enjoyed your time using your fitness away from a gym type setting or even this kind of at-home workout. As always, we're going to start with those 10 belly breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We want you to have that grace and space to be present for this next 30 to 45 minutes, right? Let the rest of the world go for a little bit. Once we've done that, we're going to head out for a 200-meter run. If you're not sure how far 200 meters is, guys, don't overthink it. Leave your house, head down, go 5 or 6 driveways down, turn around and come back. It's good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. Once we have returned, we're going to do 10 air squats. So heels outside of the hips. We're going to look to keep the weight rooted in our heels, getting that hip to crease the knee, coming back to that full standing position. Once we've done 10 air squats, we're going to come down for 10 plank to down dog. So the plank to down dog, wrist, elbow, shoulder are going to be nice and stacked. From here, we're going to drive nose to toes, back into that full planked position. Nose to toes, back to a planked position for 5 reps. We're going to do that 10 air squat, 5 plank down to dog, 3 rounds. Today's workout, we're only going to need 1 dumbbell. If we have a kettlebell, even better because we're doing swings today. But again, we've got to use what we've got. With a swing, be it dumbbell or kettlebell, we're going Russian swings today. So bottom of the bell to the wall, or in this case, arms parallel with the floor. Heels are going to be in that squatting position, so heels just outside of the hips. From there, we're going to hinge at the hip. We're going to use the same soft knees that we used for Wednesday's finisher, where we don't bend at the knee, but we don't lock the knee out either. Hinging at the hip. Again, soft knees. I'm going to leave my wrist as tight into my hip as I can. From here, I'm going to snap open through the hip, arms parallel to the floor. 2, 3. So you can see that I'm not squatting. At any point, if my knee is starting to come out over my toes as I come up, I'm not being as efficient as I could with really utilizing the power of my hip. So we're going to do 20 total swings. From there, you're going to head out for that same 200-meter distance that we used in the warm-up. Again, if you're like me and your baby's upstairs napping and you just don't feel comfortable even going 6 driveways away, it's totally fine. Grab your jump rope, do a minute of jump rope, or do a minute of mountain climbers, a minute of something. So your AMRAP, so not AMRAP, we're going to do 5 rounds today. So your rounds, you can even alternate. This minute I'm going to do a run, then I'm going to do a jump rope, then I'm going to do a mountain climber. Get creative with it, guys. We're just looking to get that heart rate increase during that 1 minute or 1 minute of work or 200-meter run. So again, it's not perfect. It's just movement. Once we have finished that, we're going to come into stretching our hips out, both between that hinge of the swing and the run. Put a lot of force through our hips. The low dragon, easiest way to get into it. From this planked or tabletop position, I'm going to send my left foot back into the lunge. I'm going to bring my right foot onto the floor. From here, I'm going to think about opening up this front hip. So I'm really trying to squeeze that glute and force that hip towards the ground. This is our priority. We're going to do 1 minute on each side. From there, I'm going to go back to that tabletop position because I'm going to get into a pigeon from here, or sometimes called a figure 4. One foot is going to stretch back. Opposite foot, we're going to cross across the body. From here, if it doesn't feel too painful, I want to make my way down onto my forearms. We're going to hold a minute on each side for that stretch. The last stretch we have today is our frog. Always a crowd favorite. But we're going to open up the inside of the foot. So this instep is on the ground. From here, I'm going to come down onto my forearms and really sit my hips back towards my heels. Long stretch. I like to do a little bit of a rocking movement. Just helps the hips really mobilize in the joints. But we're going to do 2 minutes in that frog position. Once you've done that, you are off my hook for the day. We'll see you guys tomorrow.